This is Stefan Schmidt for InsiderIowa.com. We're still on a road trip and in the official Insider Iowa vehicle here. This week, the big news is that 4 of the Republican contenders are now in first place in Iowa. That's pretty unusual. They're within a few points of each other, so I'm not going to rank them because they basically are all in first place. Herman Cain, Mitt Romney, Ron Paul, and Newt Gingrich. Newt Gingrich is a newcomer to that top layer of candidates. So this is very exciting because now the voters in Iowa, the Republican voters that are going to the caucuses, have got 4 candidates that they seem to think would make a good president. And what we're trying to figure out is whether someone else is going to bubble back up into that top layer, or whether this is now the field of 4 candidates that is going to go for a win, or at least the first, second, and third in January when the Iowa caucuses are held. Rick Perry has precipitously dropped out of the top field. His debate performances and his basically his inability to remember the 3 agencies that he would like to cut from the federal government have really hurt him tremendously. We know that. We are wondering if Herman Cain is going to descend and lose some of the support that he's had in Iowa because of his glitches. The most recent one, as you probably know, he really didn't seem to know what President Obama's policy towards Libya was, and whether he agreed with that or not. In a very embarrassing interview that he had with a newspaper, and that's gone viral on TV and on the internet. And so we are anxiously awaiting the Iowa caucuses because we can now see them over the horizon. You know, they're getting closer and closer, and we have 4 candidates that have a lot of money, frankly, and that are going to be able now to compete, to organize, to try and get some ground organization, because that's what you need for the Iowa caucuses. And as I said, the thing that I'm most sort of anticipating is whether Rick Perry will rise somewhat, because he's spending a huge amount of money in Iowa on television commercials. I mean, last night I was watching television, and I think 3 Rick Perry commercials came on, one right after the other. One of them was his, another one was sponsored by some mysterious group that is running ads for him, but not his campaign. So it could be that with a lot of TV advertising and campaigning in various locations in the state, he can pick up support again. So we are now tied first place, 4 candidates, and it's a very exciting time in Iowa. We'll keep you up to date on how those rankings go over the next few weeks. Stefan Schmidt for InsiderIowa.com.